Probably the most anticipated rising star, if not already a top 10 promotional draw. Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated as both an amateur and a professional, the English fighter, trains out of American Top Team and has a ridiculous 11 professional TKO finishes in a 13-fight undefeated career. With an exciting Muay Thai background, she is the potential face of the Professional Fighters League, and today I want to take a look at the highlights of the potential $1 million flyweight, Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. Dakota's mother was a former kickboxing champion, and her daughter started in Muay Thai prior to mixed martial arts. She would also dabble in professional kickboxing, and competing in both of these disciplines, she won championships, and in May of 2016, she represented Great Britain in the IFMA World Championships, where she earned a gold medal in the female junior 57 kilo division. She describes herself as two nationalities, English and Bulgarian. She was born of an English mother and a Bulgarian father, and regularly flies a double English-Bulgarian flag. But nonetheless, after building a very scary stand-up style, she would transition to mixed martial arts in 2019. Ditcheva starting her career as an amateur, fighting in the United Kingdom. She competed on UKFC as well as Celtic Gladiator, competing in and winning 4 straight before she debuted as a professional in 2021. Dakota is a vicious striker and does a lot of major work in and off of the clinch. She didn't win a regional title, but she only had 5 professional fights before the PFL wisely brought her in for a pair of fights in 2022. These 2 impressive displays would earn her a spot in a knockout-based tournament to crown a European champion, and she'd honestly run through the competition. Just taking a look at the odds, for the 3 fights in which she competed, she had an average betting line of more than minus 1,600. Dumbing that down for those of you who don't gamble on the fights, she was on average a 16-1 favorite, and the lines were justified in every case. She submitted the 5-4 Malin Hermanson in the first round and followed up that performance with a third-round TKO of Cornelia Holm. And with that knockout victory, she would book herself a ticket to the PFL Europe final, and if she were to win there, not only would she become the champion of PFL Europe, she would get a shot in the PFL's official regular season that would take place in 2024, and she would get the job done, finishing Valentina Scatese at the end of the first round due to a doctor stoppage. And Dakota Ditcheva had announced herself as one of the top prospects and a potential favorite in a less than stacked PFL flyweight division. She wouldn't get super stiff competition in the first 2 rounds because we know this is the PFL. She would take on Lisa Malden on the PFL's first event of the regular season, and the PFL, knowing that they had a potential star on their hands, would have her open up the main card, and she would have an impressive debut to the official PFL roster with a TKO finish in the very first round. And this contest would push bettors to make Ditcheva a minus 2,800 favorite in the second round against 4-2 Chelsea Hackett, and she would finish her also in the first round. And finally, on PFL 7, in the first round of the playoffs, to book a ticket to the PFL 2024 championship, she would take on Jenna Bishop, and she would finish the 7-1 professional fighter in the first round via a TKO with a straight right. And for the playoff card, she was also the co-main event, just continuing to prove the stock that she does have as a star for the Professional Fighter League. She has a social media presence, and she is out front as being the PFL's homegrown star that I'm sure they have hope will win this PFL flyweight tournament, standing in her way for her next fight. She's going to take on Talia Santos, who has been through the UFC, but Dakota Ditcheva is the pretty significant favorite at minus 355 right now, signaling that she is going to be the PFL flyweight champion. But let me know how you think Dakota Ditcheva's career is going to go from here. Do you think she's going to be able to continue the dominant streak that she is on, or do you think Talia Santos is going to stop a little bit of that hype and serve as a speed bump in the Ditcheva train? But that'll do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, smash that like button, subscribe to Combat Sports Central, and I will see you in the next one.